And it's Luna coming at you with the Seven of Coins. Welcome back to DROPM78, Day 7. Here we have Paul Hewson's rendering of this card, which he says shows the allegorical emblem of innocence. That's our lady on the right in the white dress. And that she's at the moneylenders. And that he might not give her any money because she's too innocent? I don't quite follow. But anyway, historically, apparently this card had to do with just money. Lending, receiving, bartering, etc. In fact, the whole suit really has to do with money. Duh, it's called coins. But it also, this particular card has to do with purity, candor, honesty, patience, concern, impatience, apprehension, diffidence, mistrust, and suspicion. Basically, any positive or negative feeling that could come up around money. The detail that I picked out was this kind of weird optical illusion that's happening with the moneylender's lower half and its relationship to the bench and table. At first I read that whole piece of furniture as one thing and that he was embedded in it, but now I can see that he's sitting on a bench at a table. Anyway, really weird perspective. The other thing I saw was the contrast between their clothing. Obviously he's a merchant, he's got a fancy hat, you know, he's got some dough, but she seems almost like royalty. She's got this, you know, beautiful ephemeral gown on and what seems to be like a silk shift over the top, the crown on her head, etc. So I'm not sure why he wouldn't lend her money. I'm sure she'd pay him back. In terms of my day, I with my partner organized some funding for our person that we send a little bit of support to every year, so that money has made another move in the direction it's meant to go in. And I'm also seeing some personal investments pay off, which have nothing to do with money, but have to do with Waite's card up here. And this fellow, who has a similar kind of look and position to Our Lady in White, which I thought was interesting. I generally read this Seven of Coins as, you know, looking for a payoff to your investment. So, so that's kind of interesting. That posture says that to me, and this card having to do with money historically. Waite doesn't seem to be able to recognize all these different adjectives. He again complains that the divinatory meanings are exceedingly contradictory. And I'm just thinking, you know what, dude? Like, people have complicated feelings about their money, and that's really what it comes down to. All right, see you later. Bye-bye.